Dealerships across America are drowning in unsold pickup trucks. Models that once commanded premium prices now sit gathering dust, while dealers slash prices to unprecedented levels just to move inventory. Right now, a perfect storm is hitting the truck market hard. Rising interest rates, inflated MSRPs, and shifting consumer priorities have created a situation where certain models simply aren't selling. What if I told you that some dealers are cutting up to $15,000 off sticker prices and still struggling to find buyers? This isn't just normal end-of-year discounting, it's a desperate attempt to clear out models that have completely lost their appeal in today's market. The inventory crisis has gotten so severe that some dealerships report having more than 175 days worth of certain truck models on their lots, when 60 days is considered healthy inventory. And while this market correction creates huge problems for manufacturers and dealers, it presents an unprecedented opportunity for savvy truck buyers willing to target these struggling models. The truth behind this pickup truck meltdown reveals a shocking disconnect between what manufacturers thought consumers wanted and what they're actually willing to pay for. It's not just about economic uncertainty or higher interest rates, it's about fundamental miscalculations in product planning and pricing strategy. What's truly alarming? Some of the most heavily marketed and supposedly advanced trucks are the ones gathering dust on dealer lots. Manufacturers invested billions in developing features and technologies that consumers are overwhelmingly rejecting at current price points. Even more surprising, this sales collapse isn't affecting all truck brands equally. While certain models sit for months without interest, others fly off lots with minimal discounting. The difference comes down to specific design choices, pricing strategies, and market positioning decisions that separated winners from losers in today's transformed truck market. So which pickups are being hit the hardest? Why are these once-prized models now gathering rust instead of road miles? And most importantly, how can you leverage this situation to score an unbeatable deal? Let's count down the 14 pickup trucks that dealerships can't sell, exploring the specific reasons behind their market failure and the unprecedented deals now available on each one. 1. Honda Ridgeline. The Honda Ridgeline was designed to be the perfect blend of comfort and utility, a truck that doesn't drive like a truck. With its unibody construction, independent suspension, and innovative features like the in-bed trunk, Honda targeted buyers who needed occasional truck capability but preferred car-like handling. Under the hood, the Ridgeline features a 3.5-liter V6 engine producing 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It's capable of towing around 5,000 pounds, which sounds adequate for light-duty tasks, but that's where the problems begin. Traditional truck buyers demand more than comfort. They want power, ruggedness, and heavy-duty towing capacity. The Ridgeline's unibody platform immediately sets it apart from body-on-frame competitors in the worst way. Truck enthusiasts consistently criticize the Ridgeline for not being a real truck, lacking the off-road prowess and towing capacity that pickup purists demand. This perception has damaged resale value and branded it as a pickup for people who don't actually need a pickup. Buyers seeking serious capability walk past the Ridgeline without a second glance, while those prioritizing comfort often choose crossovers instead. Dealers are now offering 0% financing for 72 months, free maintenance packages, and discounts exceeding $4,000 just to move Ridgelines off their lots. Despite these incentives, inventory continues to build up, with some dealerships reporting Ridgelines sitting unsold for over 100 days. 2. Nissan Titan. The Nissan Titan entered the full-size truck market with one mission: to break through the dominance of American full-size trucks by offering a reliable, powerful, and affordably priced alternative. It came armed with a 5.6-liter V8 engine delivering solid towing capacity and dependable performance. However, Nissan quietly discontinued the Titan in 2023, delivering a death blow to its already struggling sales. When word spread that production was ending, confidence in the model evaporated overnight. Suddenly, questions about parts availability, service support, and long-term reliability dominated buyer conversations. This discontinued status earned the Titan a new label, the zombie truck. It still runs and appears on dealer lots, but in the minds of buyers, it's already buried. Comparing the Titan to Ford's base, F-150 only deepens the issue. While the Titan offered commendable power, it never matched the brand loyalty or iconic status of the F-150. Dealers are now offering rebates exceeding $7,500 and extended warranties to ease concerns about future support. Even with these desperate measures, Titans routinely sit on lots for 150-plus days, creating a growing inventory crisis for Nissan dealerships nationwide. 3. GMC Canyon. GMC positioned the Canyon as a premium alternative in the midsize truck segment. The strategy was to take the proven Chevrolet Colorado platform and elevate it with upscale touches and distinctive styling. The Canyon boasts a 2.7-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine, delivering 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. Impressive figures for a mid-size truck. The fatal flaw: buyers quickly realized that beneath the chrome and upgraded materials, the Canyon is essentially the same truck as the Colorado, yet carries a price premium of $3,000 to $5,000 depending on trim level. This price gap feels unjustifiable to many buyers who see no significant performance or quality advantage. Automotive journalists have been particularly harsh, often referring to the Canyon as a classic case of badge engineering, paying more just for a brand name. In today's market where value is paramount, this perception has proven devastating. Dealers now find themselves offering markdowns exceeding $5,000 just to move Canyons. Incentive packages that include accessories, maintenance plans, and extended financing are becoming standard. Yet buyer hesitation persists, with inventory continuing to build at GMC dealerships across the country. 4. Nissan Frontier. The Nissan Frontier was once celebrated as a durable, straightforward midsize pickup. Its reputation for tank-like reliability made it popular among buyers wanting a truck that could take punishment and keep running. However, Nissan made a critical strategic error. They left the design virtually unchanged for over 16 years. While competitors like Ford, Toyota, and Chevrolet continuously updated their midsize offerings, the Frontier remained frozen in time. When Nissan finally introduced a redesigned Frontier in 2022, the market had moved on. The new model featured a 3.8-liter V6 engine producing 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. Despite these improvements, buyer interest remained lukewarm. Years of neglect had tarnished the Frontier's reputation, and the truck felt like a latecomer compared to its modernized rivals. The interior technology, driving dynamics, and overall refinement still lagged behind class leaders, despite a price tag that suggested otherwise. Dealerships now offer regional incentives exceeding $3,500 and 0% financing deals to move Frontier inventory. Sales figures show the redesign failed to reignite interest, with many dealers reporting 90-plus days of inventory sitting unsold. 5. Ram 1500 Classic. The Ram 1500 Classic was originally intended as a temporary offering while buyers transitioned to the redesigned Ram 1500 introduced in 2019. Years later, it somehow survives as a budget-friendly alternative to its modern counterpart, a strategy that's backfiring spectacularly. Inside, the Ram Classic feels like a time capsule. The interior features harder plastics, basic controls, and outdated screens that feel at least 2 generations behind current technology. While the powertrains remain decent, a 3.6-liter V6 with 305 horsepower, or an optional 5.7-liter V8 with 395 horsepower, the overall package feels increasingly outdated. Dealers are now offering discounts exceeding $8,000 off MSRP for these trucks, yet inventory continues to build. Some lots report having more than 175 days of unsold Ram Classics, creating a financial burden as floor plan interest costs mount. The truck's persistent presence demonstrates how nostalgia and price cutting alone can't overcome a fundamentally dated product. 6. Ford F-150 Lightning. The Ford F-150 Lightning represents one of the most ambitious gambles in truck history, an all-electric version of America's best-selling vehicle. On paper, it seemed unbeatable. Up to 580 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of instant torque, and the ability to power a home during outages while producing zero emissions. Initially, excitement and demand were genuine. Early adopters placed thousands of reservations, drawn to the promise of instant torque and freedom from gas stations. Ford positioned the Lightning as the electric truck for the working class, offering practical utility without the environmental guilt. Then reality set in. The Lightning's biggest challenge is range. Ford advertises up to 320 miles on a full charge, but real-world testing reveals that towing, hauling, or even highway cruising can cut that range dramatically, sometimes by 50% or more. For truck owners who depend on reliable long-distance capability, this limitation proved unacceptable. Price became another major obstacle. After multiple increases, a well-equipped Lightning easily crosses $80,000, with top trims exceeding $100,000 even after tax incentives. This represents a massive premium over comparable gas-powered F-150s, creating sticker shock even among environmentally conscious buyers. Dealers who initially charged over MSRP now find themselves offering discounts up to $15,000 just to move inventory. Some have stopped ordering new units entirely, as Lightning models sit on lots for 100-plus days. What Ford envisioned as a revolution has instead become a cautionary tale about the challenges of electrifying work vehicles. 7. GMC Sierra 1500. The GMC Sierra 1500 was designed to capture the premium end of the full-size truck market. It promised upscale materials, refined driving dynamics, and distinctive styling that would justify its higher price point compared to its mechanical twin, the Chevrolet Silverado. On the surface, the Sierra presents an appealing package. Its exterior styling is bold and distinctive, and higher trims offer genuine luxury touches. But underneath, it shares the same platform, powertrain options, and fundamental engineering as the Silverado, a fact that hasn't escaped buyer notice. This creates a value proposition problem. The Sierra commands a $4,000 to $6,000 premium over comparable Silverado trims, yet the tangible differences are primarily cosmetic. Meanwhile, competitors like the Ram 1500 offer genuinely upscale interiors with higher quality materials and better sound insulation at similar price points. Dealers now routinely offer $5,000 to $7,000 off MSRP for Sierra models, with 0% financing and lease specials becoming increasingly common. Despite these aggressive incentives, Sierras continue to accumulate on dealer lots, with many sitting unsold for 90-plus days. 8. Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The Chevrolet Silverado 1500 has long been known for its durability and no-nonsense approach to truck design. It earned a loyal following by being the straightforward workhorse that could handle job sites, towing, and daily driving without complaint. However, as competitors have embraced luxury features and refined driving dynamics, the Silverado has struggled to keep pace. Its last major redesign in 2019 failed to address interior quality complaints, with hard plastics and outdated technology persisting even in higher trims that command $60,000 plus price tags. While the Silverado excels in capability metrics, offering impressive towing capacity and various powertrain options, the overall experience feels increasingly dated. The ride quality remains harsher than the Ram 1500, and interior noise levels exceed those of the Ford F-150, creating a perception that the Silverado is falling behind. To stimulate sales, dealers now offer rebates exceeding $6,000 and aggressive financing packages. Special editions with added equipment at discounted prices have become common as dealerships try to differentiate their inventory. Despite these efforts, Silverado inventory has been building nationwide, with many dealers reporting 80-plus days supply. 9. Jeep Gladiator. The Jeep Gladiator entered the market with tremendous fanfare. The first Jeep pickup in decades, combining Wrangler DNA with genuine truck capability. It promised to be the ultimate adventure vehicle, capable of serious off-roading while still offering open-air freedom and pickup versatility. However, the Gladiator's strengths off-road have proven to be weaknesses on-road. Highway driving reveals vague steering, wind noise, and a bouncy ride that quickly becomes tiresome on longer trips. For the majority of buyers who spend 90% of their time on pavement, these compromises are difficult to justify. Price amplifies these concerns. The Gladiator carries a significant premium over other midsize trucks, with well-equipped models easily exceeding $50,000. This positions it against more refined, full-size trucks that offer greater capability and comfort for similar money. Dealers now regularly discount Gladiators by $3,000 to $5,000, with some offering special adventure packages that bundle popular accessories at no additional cost. Despite these incentives, Gladiators frequently sit on lots for 100-plus days, particularly in urban and suburban markets where their off-road prowess is less relevant. 10. Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger returned to the U.S. market with high expectations. Positioned as the perfect midsize truck, it aimed to be small enough for city driving, yet tough enough for serious work. Equipped with a turbocharged 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine delivering 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, it offered respectable capability in a manageable package. The Ranger's problem isn't performance, it's positioning. Ford placed it between the smaller, more affordable Maverick and the legendary F-150, creating an identity crisis. The Maverick's hybrid efficiency, lower price point, and car-like driving dynamics have captured budget-conscious buyers, while those seeking maximum capability still gravitate toward the F-150. This leaves the Ranger squeezed from both directions, not efficient or affordable enough to compete with the Maverick, yet not powerful or spacious enough to rival the F-150. Market research reveals that when asked about Ford trucks, consumers rarely mention the Ranger first, highlighting its forgettable middle child status. Dealers now offer significant incentives on Rangers, including 0% financing, free accessories, and cash rebates exceeding $3,000. Even with these enticements, Rangers typically sit on lots longer than both Mavericks and F-150s, creating a challenging inventory situation for Ford dealers. 11. Toyota Tundra. The Toyota Tundra built its reputation on reliability and durability, with previous generations becoming legendary for their ability to accumulate hundreds of thousands of miles without major issues. At the heart of this reputation was its naturally aspirated V8 engine, simple, proven, and trusted by loyal owners. Toyota's 2022 redesign made a controversial change, replacing the beloved V8 with a twin-turbocharged V6 hybrid system. On paper, this looked revolutionary. 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque, improved fuel efficiency, and higher towing capacity. The numbers suggested Toyota had created the perfect modern full-size truck. However, longtime Tundra fans reacted with skepticism rather than enthusiasm. The hybrid's complexity, potential long-term maintenance concerns, and significantly higher price alienated traditional buyers who valued Toyota's reputation for simplicity and reliability. Consumer Reports and other publications raised questions about the new powertrain's long-term durability, further dampening excitement. Dealers now offer substantial incentives on 2022 to 2023 Tundras, including loyalty rebates for current Toyota owners and discounts approaching $5,000 on higher trims. Despite these efforts, Tundras are accumulating on dealer lots nationwide, with many sitting unsold for 80-plus days, an unusual situation for a brand that typically maintains lean inventory levels. 12. Chevrolet Colorado. Chevrolet had ambitious plans for the redesigned Colorado, positioning it as a tech-forward, capability-focused midsize truck that would dominate its segment. The new generation debuted with bold styling, improved off-road capabilities, and a turbocharged 2.7-liter four-cylinder engine, producing an impressive 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. However, the pricing strategy proved disastrous. The new Colorado's base price jumped substantially compared to its predecessor and direct competitors like the Toyota Tacoma and Ford Ranger. Even basic trims commanded premium prices, while well-equipped models approached $50,000. Territory once reserved for full-size trucks. The market reaction was swift and brutal. Potential buyers expressed interest in the truck's capabilities, but balked at the prices. Even loyal Chevrolet customers hesitated when they saw the numbers, questioning whether the improvements justified such a significant premium over the previous generation. Dealers now offer aggressive incentives, including employee pricing for all buyers, discounts exceeding $4,000, and special lease programs. Despite these efforts, Colorado inventory continues to build at dealerships nationwide, with many reporting 100-plus day supply of certain trims. 13. Ram 1500. The Ram 1500 redefined what a full-size truck could be when it introduced its current generation. Its coil spring rear suspension delivered a smoother ride than competitors, while upscale interior materials and thoughtful design made it feel more like a luxury vehicle than a workhorse pickup. However, as demand for full-size trucks cooled in 2024, Ram made a critical error. Instead of adjusting production to match the slowing market, they continued manufacturing at pre-slowdown levels. The result was predictable. Dealerships became overwhelmed with inventory as supply dramatically outpaced demand. In some regions, dealers report having more than 150 days worth of Ram 1500s on their lots, nearly triple what's considered healthy inventory levels. This oversupply created a buyer's market, with consumers knowing they have unprecedented leverage in negotiations. To clear the backlog, dealers now offer record rebates exceeding $10,000 on certain trims, along with 0% financing for 72 months and generous trade-in allowances. While these incentives represent exceptional value for buyers, they highlight the severe miscalculation Ram made in production planning. 14. Ford F-150. The Ford F-150 has been America's best-selling vehicle for over 4 decades, a testament to its capability, reliability, and brand loyalty. Each new generation has pushed the boundaries of what a full-size truck can offer, introducing innovations that competitors scramble to match. However, Ford's pursuit of luxury and technology has created an unexpected vulnerability. Higher trims now feature sophisticated equipment, premium materials, and advanced technology that push prices well beyond $70,000, with fully loaded models exceeding $90,000. This represents a dramatic departure from the F-150's working-class roots. The truck's growing complexity has also raised concerns about long-term reliability and repair costs. Features like the Power Boost hybrid system, Hands-free driving technology and digital gauge clusters represent significant advances, but also potential failure points that make traditional truck buyers hesitant. Dealers are responding with unprecedented incentives, offering discounts of $7,000 to $12,000 on higher trim models and aggressive financing packages on volume trims. Despite Ford's iconic status, inventory levels have been growing at dealerships nationwide, with days to turn stretching beyond historical norms. This pickup truck market correction isn't just creating problems for manufacturers and dealers, it's fundamentally reshaping the industry and creating both winners and losers among consumers. For manufacturers, the stakes couldn't be higher. Trucks have traditionally been their most profitable vehicles, with margins that subsidize development in other segments. As inventory piles up and discounts deepen, these profit centers are becoming liabilities that threaten financial stability and future product plans. Dealers face even more immediate pressure. Floor plan interest, the daily cost of financing inventory, accumulates with every unsold truck. A dealership with 100 pickups sitting unsold for 90-plus days can face financing costs exceeding $100,000 per month, a financial hemorrhage that's unsustainable long-term. For consumers, this market correction creates both opportunities and risks. Buyers who understand which models are struggling can negotiate unprecedented deals, potentially saving thousands compared to just a year ago. However, choosing the wrong model could mean owning a vehicle with poor resale value and diminishing manufacturer support. Industry analysts predict this correction will accelerate consolidation among dealerships, with smaller operations unable to weather the financial strain of carrying excess inventory. Some manufacturers may be forced to abandon certain truck segments entirely, focusing resources on their strongest products while discontinuing underperformers. The true revelation behind this pickup truck market correction isn't just about overproduction or changing consumer preferences, it's about a fundamental shift in how Americans view trucks and what they're willing to pay for them. For decades, manufacturers operated on a simple premise. Truck buyers would always pay more for more power, more capability, more features. This led to an arms race of specifications and technology that pushed prices to unprecedented heights. The average transaction price for full-size trucks climbed from around $40,000 in 2015 to over $60,000 by 2023. What manufacturers failed to anticipate was a breaking point, a threshold where buyers would begin questioning whether trucks had become too expensive, too complex, and too far removed from their utilitarian origins. That breaking point has now been reached, and the market is responding with brutal efficiency. The models struggling most share common characteristics. They're overpriced relative to their capabilities, they emphasize features over fundamentals, or they've strayed too far from what made trucks appealing in the first place. Meanwhile, models that offer straightforward value and focus on core truck attributes continue to sell with minimal discounting. This represents more than a temporary correction. It's a market-wide reassessment of what a pickup truck should be and how much it should cost. The winners will be manufacturers who recognize this shift and adjust their strategies accordingly, focusing on value, reliability, and essential capability, rather than luxury features and marketing hype. Remember how we started this video discussing dealerships drowning in unsold trucks? Now you understand the specific models affected and exactly why they're struggling in today's market. From the Honda Ridgeline's identity crisis to the Ford F-150's luxury price creep, each model illustrates a different miscalculation that's left dealers desperate to clear inventory. This perfect storm of overproduction, shifting consumer preferences, and strategic errors has created an unprecedented buyer's market for pickup trucks. Models that once commanded premiums now sit with massive discounts, creating opportunities for informed shoppers willing to target these struggling trucks. If you're in the market for a new pickup, This information gives you tremendous leverage. Knowing which models dealers are desperate to move allows you to negotiate from a position of strength, potentially saving thousands below MSRP even before manufacturer incentives. The key takeaway? Truck manufacturers have reached a reckoning point after years of pushing prices and features beyond what the market will bear. The models gathering dust on dealer lots serve as expensive lessons about what today's truck buyers actually value: reliability, reasonable pricing, and fundamental capability rather than luxury badges or excessive technology. So which of these struggling pickup trucks would actually be worth considering at the right price? The Ram 1500 offers exceptional value with current discounts,